Okay, here we are Thursday morning, and we're getting a signal coming in here, so I just need to decide which one of these I want to try to go with. And I'm going to start with this one here, see if I can get 80 on this. I'll put the order out at 80, see if I can get lucky. I may not get filled in this, but I'm going to put it out there for right now. I may. It's showing 75. So let's see if I can get that one filled. So we're doing 5 contracts now. We scaled up. My other alternative is this one for 105. So let me see if I can get $1 for this one. So I came in by 5. I just kind of moved the strikes up a little bit, got a little closer to the money. So I'm asking $1. It's showing $1, and we got filled for $1. Okay, so we're on at $1. All right, so let's go over down here. We'll clear all this out. We'll lock in our price here at $1. We got 5 contracts on, and we'll say analyze opposite trade. So we're going to set up our automatic exit order, and that will be 50. We'll buy it back at 50. We sold it for $1. We'll buy it back at 50. That'll give us $50 profit per contract, or $250 total with the 5 contracts. So I'll set this out here to go. I'll say create duplicate order. This is our automatic profit taking order. Confirm and send. Okay, there it is working. Come on back over here. Just monitor the trade now. See if we can keep this little winning streak that we're on going. And while we're doing that, doesn't seem right. And while we're doing that, we will eavesdrop in on the room. Let's see what's going on over there. So we'll turn on old Rod, baby. Oh, where is he? There he is.
That I have so much going on is so that I can hide my losses and only point out the winning trades. So it's one way of doing it. So over on Bullinox, where we're down $130 per account, don't worry about that. Don't look over there. Look here, where we've made $1.88. It's the master of illusion. There you go, Racing Poker Day. All right. That one's awesome. I like the dude, the guy that with look at their toes. We got some chips over there. When are we having that? You guys coming out here as soon as it heats up a little bit in May, June, when the pool's open? We can do our own version of that. Come on, Russell. Come on in. Help a brother out. We need a rug pull on the Russell. That's what we need. We need a little Russell rug pull. Rug pull the Russell. You guys like the order filled sound on Top Step X? It's like a lady. She goes, order filled. Order filled. I'm not digging this. I don't need a 3 lot. I need a 3 lot when we get down to -2s. -2s. Oh, there we go, M2K. You mother effer. All right. I'm about to take you for one right here. And then let's bring this up. Hit one there. There we go. All right, so now we can sell the highs again here. Guys, seeing the method to this madness? This should eventually flatten out a little bit here. Nice move to the downside for the S&P. Double top test of around 31.5. Now be a seller. Dow finally coming in a little bit. I'm waiting for all my money on the Dow. Except I'll take one here because this is real money. So now we have made $33.51 of real American cash. Anyone short the Russell? Getting healthy? I'm going to take another one here. And then we'll do one there. Did not get an ad here on what is it called? Okay, so now, nice move there. We only have a 1 lot on. All right, whatever. Go speed, NASDAQ, you're burning up the quarter mile. Doot, doot, doot. Doot, doot, doot. So Liam, you can't hear it. Yeah, she kind of, her voice is very low. She goes, order filled. It's kind of about that. You can't really hear it very well. Order filled. All right, I ain't gonna get greedy over here. I don't know. Whatever. We'll see if we can get the full amount. Get the full amount. Back to VPOC. That's about as much as we've been getting on the Dow all game here. Not much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just gone green. Well, maybe not if this NASDAQ goes down too much, but we are green machines over here. And that's even with the Dow down that much. Green machines. There you go, Dow. You mother effer. Who's getting healthy on the Dow? Getting healthy. Getting healthy. I'm going to take one here. There we go. All right. See, these levels here make sense on stay in your lane. They make no sense on the range trader. So I'm going to look for, maybe we can get a full reversal there. GJ is acknowledged 1 for something. I don't remember what I said. Oh, healthy on the Dow, right? You guys are getting healthy on the Dow? It's time to chirp a little bit just because the numbers turned around. And what I want to chirp about is that everyone can eventually find their way to do these kinds of things. What do I mean by these kinds of things? We came in, we kind of understood the volatility profile that we were working with, right? We have context for understanding what's happened this week. Of course, the Tuesday big move. Yesterday, good opportunity to make some good money. Today, perfect opportunity to manage risk on some unprofitable trades, whether those were NASDAQ longs in it originally or Russell shorts or Dow shorts. You're doing it with size at high probability entries as long as you weren't in too early. It was a fine day also to sort of sit on your hands. All kinds of things you could have done. But over here, if I'll just bring it over. So this is what these accounts look like. By the way, this is not right, this 552, and don't worry about it. That's when I get assigned to put. It doesn't understand how to do it. I'm up $283 today on that account. The balance is $16,240. So anyway, this is all possible, right? These things were down about $100 earlier. We got put a little P&L porn in there. There you go. That's a perfect example of what a day would look like. And I think those are your first day trading those ETF $10,000 accounts, right? I pretty much can assure you there's nowhere else where you're learning this particular skill set. There's just nowhere else. Everyone is doing it wrong, except for if you're following these kind of guidelines. Even every other small account challenge that I ever see in the stock market and everything else, they're all nonsense. Even when Carter did them, total bullshit. Way, way, way too much risk on $10,000 and $15,000 accounts when they would grow those. Way, way too much risk. All right, I'm going to take this last Russell off, I think. I'm going to run a buy stop right here. So we'll do a buy stop, then we can come back involved here. Awesome, second day. Yeah, golf clap there for Esley. Awesome. Well, remember, coming into any trading room is like walking into the middle of a movie. So there's a lot of resources that you can take a look at. Make sure you click the Notes tab. That'll get you oriented. Everyone should have access to the PTR portal, which is, let me put that right here. So remember, you come over to Traders Dev Group and go to member login. Access this. This is the login that you were given automatically when you signed up for the trial. Okay, it's not the same as the password to get in here. Then you come over to resources and to get started orientation. So I'll drop this link here. You should all be able to log into this if you have. So right there, that'll take you right to here. Then you want this and that. All right. Got another one on there. So now the target's going to be like right here. Just tight target. There we go. Awesome. So you're going through the foundation course. Killer. Also, there's a files area in here. Esley and everybody else, there's a files area in here. You can get the entire workspace that I'm using here. All right. All right, I closed my Russell Long live too. I don't believe so. So the only way to get access, we've covered this a number of times. BK and some other folks have mentioned ways to get the order flow suite from Ninja for like a subscription license to Tradeovate. So you might want to research that. The firms themselves, to my knowledge, don't provide any platform enhancements. Like if you're using Quant Tower, the free version, you would have to then come in and that's to my knowledge. So I often say, folks, if you're able, and everyone's financial situation is different, after you put aside the money to join the greatest trading group ever, preferably on a lifetime, so last investment you ever make, check with Brad at tradersdevgroup.com to find out how you can do that. After you've done that, because this is going to be the best investment you can ever make after you've done that, it is really great to set aside, I believe, if you're going to play in this sort of prop world, to have a Ninja paid license, however you want to pay for that. They only offer discounts like once a year for $100 off. So I think that the toolkit that every trader should have is a paid plan on TradingView. And then if you like Ninja and if you think you're going to be doing Apex or Bullinox or Take Profit or whatever, and you want to use Rhythmic and Ninja, which is what I show in here, then it's best to just buy it. But let's see if we can get another. So notice these little swing levels. I try to point this out. They create little bid zones of their own, right? All right, so I think I'm still long here. Yeah, I'm just going to take this, hit that, buy this. Whopping $16 over there. So also chirping about the group. When you become members, there's a lot of our Discord is members only, and we have channels for just about everything. So if you had questions about NinjaTrader, you can come in here, and there's channels for everything. And the only way to keep a community like this going and active is by continuing to add to it. That's the way. New people come in, existing members help them out. Could anyone ask for a better look at those 30-minute candles, everybody? 21-point range now. That's the S&P. Esley just mentioned they're going through the Financial Futures Fanatic course. We have a whole lesson on profile visual price patterns, of which this is certainly one. Call that an Indian arrow. You fade the single prints or outside value area here. You buy down here. I mean, it's like and then we don't care about candlestick patterns. I don't. I call these after the fact. When you see a doji, it just means, oh my goodness, we are in a perfect spot for doing this style of trading for right now. All right, any other questions? Let's see if we can get this Dow to come in the money. We're in the money. We're in the money. Dun, 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 dun. Man, we're just like printing here on the NASDAQ. I always say that, and then it falls. Absolutely. We can discuss all kinds of. We're going a little crazy with odds jams right now. We know some of the odds jams guys, so I need you guys to all come out here, help out, or open up books in other states, because I'm getting my ass limited. I knew it was just a matter of time. You can't even do it. You have to hide your sharpness. at STN, which is stations, we're now limited to. Are you ready? What do you think the limits are on my bets at STN now on through the app? You're never going to guess this. It's the most ridiculous thing. You would think that I beat them for like $100,000 or $1 million or something. No. Good guess though. $25. $25. I'm like, what in the world? It's the equivalent of them saying it's basically the shoulder tap where they, if you're in the pits and you're a sharp, they'll just say sorry. They're not accusing you of cheating. They'll ask you to leave. I have a buddy that's not allowed to play roulette. Literally not allowed to play roulette. Anyway, $25. Yep, that's why we love the markets. They don't limit you here in the markets. Yeah, I saw a bunch of people using actually. All right, we're stopped there. Looks like the Nasdaq's going to make a little run here at some point. Maybe, I don't know. Who cares? For now, just play it. I would make this whole thing a bid zone. See all these levels? I'm going to make this whole thing a bid zone. Buy all that. Buy it. I'll make this thing go down for you guys. I'll get you, I'll help you out. I'll help you out. Since we can't get the Dow to fall any further, at least not for now. All right, let's do our P&L and EC scores. Should have been a good day for everybody, I think. Oops. What do we got? What do we got? For your first day here, this is an important concept. Everyone likes to splash around their wins, hide their losses. We hide our losses here by putting up pictures of drunk monkeys. But green numbers are only contextual per unit of risk. So how well do you do within a confined risk budget? By the bottom of this. Keep them coming. All right, there we go. Nice. Let's get a few more people in there. We have 102 folks in here today, so drop in your results. And remember, sometimes I've heard some folks on trial say, well, I made $106. Okay. Don't tell us you made $106. Tell us what $106 is relative to your risk budget and your EC score, right? Did you make that $106 stressed out, freaking out, not sure of yourself, uncomfortable in every position you were in? If that's the case, do an accurate self-assessment and give yourself a lowercase g 5 or 6 or whatever. So do we have the legend still up there? I think the legend is there, or it should be in the files. What we need to do is, Brad, can you upload the legend into the files? You should have the ability to upload a file there. So, or you or Steve or somebody just put it in there. Nice, Rebecca. There you go. And what is that for you? So you're up $299. That's a large G day. It's on the notes page. Okay. Yeah, it's on the notes page. Yeah, it is. But they can't download it from the notes page. Oh, they can save it as an image. That's fine. Yep. There we go. So here's my day right here. So I still have some open positions. Remember, I just started these accounts. Today. Just started them today. And we made about $160 in each one. I like to hide the balance of the accounts just so it's not distracting to anyone. Like I'm not trying to chase getting qualified or anything like that. But this is the first day of all these accounts, and the reason that there's a delta here is what I need to do is put the commissions in. I realized I didn't, so I don't know how to do this as a group. Maybe some of you do, but what I do is just go over here and edit the account, and I change it to lifetime. I know there's been discussions. Steve and others have templates. So I should be always tracking my transaction costs. This account here, I put an extra $5,000 in it, so it's up $1,150 for the month. That's the one where we trade the TDG way in a smaller account to show you that you can do the exact same thing. As you guys all know, you can do the exact same thing with live money. All right, there we go. It's now in there. And then did you add it as a file? Maybe add it as a file too. I would extend this bid zone out again like this. So just as we were talking today, buy, sell. I think I might have had another one on, maybe flat, I can't remember. This I know is a long cover, long cover, long cover. And so now here's the difference, folks. You can be buying off of the swing levels and the minus ones. You can't just short here in space. There's no short here in space. Okay, if you just get that out of your game, then you're doing it right. I see a lot of folks play these channels, and then as soon as it breaks to the upside, then they try to short it to have it come back inside the channel. No, where's your first short here? 864s, if you want to take 864s. Given what the Nasdaq's been doing later in the day, I would much rather be here at the minus, pepper the book like that, then you're set. Now we have that set up properly there. All right, we got Robert coming in with nice little TDG way there. BK. Anybody else want to throw up some stuff? How about people that are here on trial? Whether you want to share your stuff or not, just make sure you understand all the concepts, right? And both are equally important. Your P&L is equally important. So your emotional capital score is equally important to your P&L because that's what makes things sustainable over longer periods of time. If you hate what's going on and you're always stressed out and you can't see any kind of progress and you think everyone who sells anything that's related to trading is a charlatan, well, then that part you're right. But Okay. Remember, we not only have Ninja, but you can also try one of the prop programs and connect it to Tradevate, TradingView. That's what I've been doing over here on one of these 25,000 accounts. Balance is 25,190. So now I have just about everything going again, whether I trade them or not. So because I want to keep tabs on everything. I was unaware if I had heard some issues with a TickTick payout. I've never taken a payout from TickTick, but as far as I know, I still can recommend them unless I hear otherwise. Then another thing to consider is I've never done any of these bundles, so I don't really know how they work. I can't comment on them. I'm getting a lot of questions, so God forbid, maybe I'm going to sign up for a bundle. But I would prefer if someone in the group can just do this for me, like explain these bundles or how they work. Like Lilu has them and TickTick has them now, where you buy like 5, and what do you can you qualify for all 5? Do you just fuck around with 3 of them or trade them? I don't even understand what a bundle is, but if you see a value in it, let me know. Maybe we'll talk about that. Just like Mahomes, bundle your auto and whatever. Rod, if you go to Big R, how do you know when to cut your losses for the day or claw back? So it's a hard, fast rule. If you are at a Big R, you hit the close button, and for most, you just have to turn off the machine and walk away. If you have any issues with continuing to trade, you just have to turn off the machine and walk away. You're done for that session. You're not allowed. I wouldn't even look at the market anymore for that session. So when you say, how do you know? I would generally suggest that if you're, prop kind of stuff too, that you don't even get close to that close button. You keep it within 20, 30%. You have a risk budget of 250 and your open P&L is down 200 and you still got positions open. I wouldn't even keep gracefully exiting or trading. I'd just hit the close button and even be done there before you ever get to the Big R. Now, that's not possible with smaller risk budgets. It's just too tough. But and you've got people. I mean, the one headspace thing that I'll say is I don't know how to do that. I've heard people go, well, I just can't do it. Well, then I probably can't help you. I don't know, because that's never been an issue for me. I'm at the point now where I just don't have any Big R days, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't even really have that many losing days, to be honest with you. But because I'm religiously tracking these 2 smaller accounts now, one with 5, one with 15, religiously tracking to make sure I'm not at any point oversized or flip the bozo bit. And in fairness, like I said, I added 5 because I didn't want to not be able to get assigned that position. So that's kind of cheating, because that could have technically been a stop out or had to close that position. Instead, I just added money so that I can get assigned. It wouldn't have mattered because the ZB closed above, I think it closed yesterday at 118.19 or something. Anyway, hopefully that helps. I don't know if it does. Just the way you avoid it is you're done. Well, Dan, I mean, the issue that you might have too is that, your skills are getting good, and you have the ability to work your way out of things, and so you might be in a slightly different, state. But I mean, I just don't do it anymore, and it has tested my mettle over the last couple years, because 2022 was just like a dream in terms of being positioned properly in the treasury market. 2023 was a little more frustrating, and there would be times in which I'm like, I could see where we'd probably be about 2 weeks or 3 weeks out, but I'd be really offsides and positioned incorrectly. And I'd be like, well, I know I have the skills to I have the money and the skills to kind of work my way out of this. So let me just stay in this position, when it was the really equivalent of a big R day or big R swing, and you just have to cut it and you're done. And the thing that makes day trading great and preferable, in my opinion, over really position trading, which is where a lot of folks might eventually get to, will you be doing both, is day trading. You can get to that point where, like, this wasn't my day, or this was big R, or this is just like, I'm just done for today's session and I can come right back at it tomorrow. I think Kirill or Adam or someone posted a big R day recently, and I said, okay, just journal on it. And then you look at their account balances, and they're all over the starting balance, you know? Anyway, good conversation. There's some other things that can be done too, along the lines of, once you start to really hone your skills and you have multiple accounts and you have some PAs and maybe some evaluations and a little bit of everything, just be more cautious initially. And if you're gonna, in other words, it doesn't have to be big R or big G or all those across all of your accounts, right? There are plenty of days where, so what I'm doing here, so that everyone can keep track if you care, is I have the replicator hooked up to Sim. So anytime you see me on Sim, that means I am copying these trades. But if you see things like on a single account, if it's dark, that means I'm either on a single account, or more often than not, I'm on a live account. Like, I think I still have a short here live. Yeah, so I still have a short here. And if you're looking at the screen right now, this is something that's, again, very difficult for people to do and not really taught and all these other things. This is a winning position overall. I've made money on the Dow. I started shorting it right here and covered one here, whatever. And I'm not going to run a buy stop here. If I'm going to hit this target, I'm fine with taking heat all the way up and getting filled at highs of the day and then having this short on that I have to. This is how this is starting to flatten out. Remember, we talked earlier about, rather than time-based waiting, you could just simply use visual price patterns, waiting till the market actually gets you a flat thing. Now here we also have a swing high, so I'll just do the actual swing high, which is the high of the session. So another thing I hear a lot, struggling with holding for bigger positions and taking things off too early and all that stuff. The only way around that is you have to eventually be a multi-contract trader, and you truly have to learn how to campaign. What does campaigning mean? A lot of the time I think people think when I say that it's just trading around a losing position. No, it can be either one. It can be trading around a unprofitable position that you are in the right place in the market. Someone mentioned, we were talking sports betting earlier, the only thing that matters in professional sports betting, true sharps, is were you on the right side? Did you beat the tip or the kick line? That's it. That's all you can do. The results of the game are going to have a decent amount of randomness in them. So it's the same thing here. If you are campaigning and have a position, so right now short on the Dow is the right side, and entries here were the right side today. Okay, these were the right side. They're the right side on a probability basis, and for today, it worked, right? We got a pullback. So that's all you can do. I'm being short right now. The Dow is the correct side. Being short here, maybe not at the plus ones, but the plus twos today, when you get short at plus 2 today, you should be able to manage that position profitably. All right. I've never heard of position trading. So position trading is my version of swing trading. Okay, so any time frame that's longer than a day session is what I don't like the term swing trading because it's never I don't know, everyone has a different definition. The joke used to always be a swing trade is a day trade gone wrong, right? I'm just going to hold that because it was a loser. So for me to be in a position for longer, like I had a position trade on the NASDAQ short recently, a 10 lot that I got in around 18,062s. And at one point on part of that, I took heat all the way up to, where did the NASDAQ go to? I forget. It was the NASDAQ, yeah, 118s. Okay. So it wasn't a lot of heat, but it was heat. So I had a two-day short, 2 or 3 day position short, but I've had position trades on, this is the NASDAQ. I'm long the NASDAQ? I guess I am. I didn't realize as we're just talking here. Yikes.
The
The room's over. I'm supposed to be done and flat.
Okay, so I think we just got filled. Go over there and make sure that was us. There we go. We got it at 50, so that was a winner. And we'll lock that in there, and we'll say, how much was that? $250. Great. So here's our Excel sheet, and we scaled up today. So we're going to say scaled up to 5. So we're scaling back up. We made 250. How long were we in this trade for? 35 minutes. 35 minutes. And the total risk in this trade, $2,000. $2,000. So that'll go right here, 2,000. All right, so there we go. So nice trade today. Nice quick, pretty quick trade. Let's see, when do we scale up to 6? So I'm using 420. 420. I'm using 420. $420 as my baseline number. So if we say 420 times 6 contracts, not quite yet. So we got to hit 2520 to go to 6, and we're at 24.95. So one more of these. If we can get another winner in here, consecutive winner at 250, we should pass that amount, and we'll go up to 5 contracts. So we're slowly building our way back up. All right, so that's it for this one. If you want to follow along with me in this trade, just make sure to just reach out to me, and I'll help set you all up and hook you up. Also, we were watching the day trading room today. The Vince trade is a day trading strategy I do every morning, and we have a free trial. You can get involved with us on that. Just let me know you'd like that free trial. And if you can't get a hold of me, the best way to get a hold of me is just go to my website and sign up for my free email newsletter. And then as soon as you sign up for that, you'll get a welcome email from me. Just reply back to that welcome email, and I'll see it, and we'll go from there. All right. Hope you have a good one. See you later.